the support that comes with patience and prayer. Allah commanded His servants to use patience and prayer to acquire the good of this life and the hereafter. Muqatil bin Hayyan said that this ayah means, utilize patience and the obligatory prayer in seeking the hereafter. As for patience, they say that it means fasting. There are similar texts reported from Mujahid. Al-Qurtubi and other scholars commented, this is why Ramadan is called the month of patience, as is mentioned in the hadith literature. It was also said that patience in the ayah means refraining from evil, and this is why patience was mentioned along with practicing acts of worship, especially and foremost the prayer. Also, Ibn Abi Hatim narrated that Umar bin al-Khattab said, there are two types of patience, good patience when the disaster strikes and a better patience while avoiding the prohibitions of Allah. Ibn Abi Hatim said that Al-Hasan al-Basri was reported to have said similarly. Allah then said, "Was-salawa." The prayer is one of the best means of assistance for firmly adhering to Allah's orders, just as Allah said, "Itlu ma uha ilayka min al-kitab, wa aqim as-salawa, inna as-salawa tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar, wa la dhikrullahi akbar." What has been revealed to you of the book, and perform as-salah. Verily, as-salah prevents from al-fahsha and al-munkar, and the remembrance of Allah is greater indeed. The personal pronoun in the ayah, وَإِنَّهَا لَكَبِيرَةٌ, refers to prayer, as Mujahid is reported to have said, and it was also the choice of Ibn Jarir. It is possible that the pronoun might be referring to the advice to observe patience and the prayer mentioned in the same ayah. Similarly, Allah said about Qarun, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ وَيْلَكُمْ ثَوَابُ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ لِمَنْ آمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَلَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا الصَّابِرُونَ. Knowledge said, woe to you! The reward of Allah is better for those who believe and do righteous good deeds, and this none shall attain except as-sabirun. Also, Allah said, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. With one which is better than verily he, between whom and you there was enmity, as though he was a close friend. But none is granted it except those who are patient, and none is granted it except the owner of the great portion in this world. Meaning, this advice is only implemented by those who are patient and the fortunate. In any case, Allah's statement here means, prayer is heavy and burdensome, illa ala al-khashi'in. Ibn Abi Talha reported that Ibn Abbas commented on this ayah, they are those who believe in what Allah has revealed. Allah's statement, الَّذِينَ يَظُنُّونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُلَقُو رَبِّهِمْ وَأَنَّهُمْ إِلَيْهِ رَجِعُونَ, continues the subject that was started in the previous ayah. Therefore, the prayer or the advice to observe it is heavy. إِلَّا عَلَى الْخَشِعِينَ الَّذِينَ يَظُنُّونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُلَقُو رَبِّهِمْ, who are certain that they are going to meet their Lord. Meaning, they know that they will be gathered and face their Lord on the day of resurrection. وَأَنَّهُمْ إِلَيْهِ رَجِعُونَ. Meaning, their affairs are all subject to His will, and He justly decides what He wills. Since they are certain that they will be returned to Allah and be reckoned, it is easy for them to perform the acts of obedience and refrain from the prohibitions. Ibn Jarir commented on Allah's statement, يَظُنُّونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُلَقُو رَبِّهِمْ. Ibn Jarir said, the Arabs call certainty as well as doubt zan. There are similar instances in the Arabic language where a subject as well as its opposite share the same name. For instance, Allah said, وَرَأَى الْمُجْرِمُونَ النَّارَ فَظَنُّوا أَنَّهُمْ مُوَاقِعُوهَا, shall see the fire and zannu that they have to fall therein. It is recorded in the Sahih that on the day of resurrection, Allah will say to a servant, have I not allowed you to marry, honored you, made the horses and camels subservient to you, and allowed you to become a chief and a master? He will say, yes. Allah will say, did you have zan that you will meet me? He will say, no. Allah will say, "This day I will forget you, just as you forgot me." If Allah wills, we will further elaborate on this subject when we explain Allah's statement, "Nasuwallaha fanasiyahum."